Have you ever seen those stunning 3D animations on YouTube and thought, man, I wish I could do that? You know, the ones that get millions of views and can even become a source of income? Well, today we're going to break down exactly how you can. And I'm not kidding about the views. Just to give you an idea of how big this is, some channels creating animated Bible stories are seeing massive viewership. We're talking over 188 million views. It's huge. And all those eyeballs, well, they can translate into some pretty significant income through things like YouTube AdSense. Some of these channels are pulling in more than $45,000 a year. So there's clearly a massive opportunity here, right? A kind of animated gold rush. But what's the catch? Well, traditionally, creating this kind of high-quality animation has been a really big challenge. I mean, the old way was tough. It was expensive, it took forever, and you needed some serious skills to pull it off. But today, the game has completely changed. Thanks to a powerful suite of AI tools, there's a new accessible solution for basically everyone. So, how do we actually do this? How do we build our own AI creation studio? Well, it all comes down to 5 essential tools that are going to do all the heavy lifting for us. This is our entire toolkit, the whole shebang, from the first spark of an idea to a finished video. We'll start with ChatGPT as our writer. Then Leonardo AI will be our artist, creating stunning visuals. Hyper AI is going to be our animator, bringing those images to life. 11 Labs gives us that professional voiceover. And finally, CapCut is where we bring it all together and add that final polish. Okay, first things first, we need a story. Every great animation starts with a great script. So we're going to use ChatGPT to go from a totally blank page to a full-fledged script. And for our example, we'll be using the incredible story of Daniel in the Kingdom of Persia. Now, by using a few specific prompts, we can get ChatGPT to generate biblically accurate ideas, write out the entire script, and, this part is absolutely crucial for later, create super detailed descriptions of our main characters. This step right here is the foundation for everything else we're about to do. All right, let's get to the visual magic. We've got our script locked down. Now we need to actually create the world and the characters. For that, we're jumping into Leonardo AI. Now here's a really clever trick. You don't even have to write the image prompts yourself. Instead, for each scene, you feed your script line into a special master prompt that you've set up in ChatGPT. It basically acts as your own expert prompt engineer, crafting the perfect, detailed prompt for Leonardo AI. This is how we get that amazing, consistent, high-quality 3D look for every single shot. Okay, this is probably the most important question in AI animation. It's the one thing that trips everybody up and can be so frustrating. How do we solve that big problem of character consistency? And here it is. This is the secret sauce. And it's actually way simpler than you'd think. Remember those super detailed character descriptions we made back in step 1? You just paste that description into your prompt every single time you generate a new scene. That's it. This simple act of reminding the AI is what creates a believable, consistent character. So with our consistent images ready to go, the next step is to actually bring them to life. We need to make them move. For that, we're going to use Hyper AI, which is fantastic for creating really cinematic animations. And this process is going to feel pretty familiar. We go right back to ChatGPT to create a new set of prompts. But this time, they're all about motion. You'll describe things like, Daniel looks up towards the heavens with a hopeful expression. A gentle breeze rustles his robes, or maybe a slow zoom in on the king's worried face. Hyper AI takes those descriptions and just magically animates our still images. All right, let's head into the final stage and see how this all builds into a finished piece. It is time for sound and editing. To get that professional narration, you'll use a tool called 11 Labs, and it is incredible. You literally just copy your script, choose a voice you like from their huge library, and download the audio file. The quality is just outstanding. And finally, this is where we bring everything together in CapCut. This is so much more than just putting clips in order. This is where you add that cinematic layer, the subtle background music, the smooth transitions, and the sound effects that really pull your audience into the story and just elevate the whole thing. And the final result? It's a polished, emotionally powerful scene that brings the ancient story of Daniel and his incredible faith to life for a whole new modern audience. So the really key takeaway here is that this exact process can be applied to create stories for any topic you're passionate about.
We focused on a Bible story, but this is a versatile blueprint for any kind of animated story you want to tell.
You now have the complete blueprint, from script all the way to screen, using free and accessible AI tools. The only question left is, what powerful story are you going to choose to tell the world?